Okay, I'm gonna stop there, I don't think. Unless, Planty, are you in here? Did you want me to play where you're up on panel? Because it's like cutting off right there, but I don't want you to think like I'm...
I think you should play it, because Planty goes up, and then Ryan and Bree goes up. I mean, fuck it. Fuck you.
Okay. Oh, shit, I muted it.
Somebody being sent to take pictures of your house.
Yes.
Since I keep getting muted in the comments and you won't let anybody talk about it. That's not what happened. Nobody was sent to your house. This girl decided she was going to do what the fuck she wanted to do because she said she knew you and did what the fuck she wanted and came back with the information. I had no idea who the fuck you were or where you lived or nothing. Okay. Nobody sent her to do shit.
Well,
and just so you know, nobody is friends with her anymore.
Well, I know now that.
So this is not something that was condoned or decided to be done by Bree. So if you could please stop spreading that around, because we didn't do that. That was not us. Bree did not do that. Bree did not send her to do that. That's not what happened. Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye.
Can I ask you something? What? About that then? You say it wasn't condoned, it wasn't asked for her to do that, and that may be. All I know is what I heard Bree say. That's what I could go off of, right? I'm not in.
Bree never said she sent anybody to do anything.
I didn't say that she did. I didn't. She said what Bree said was that they were taken that day. So I assumed that.
Okay, so that doesn't mean that Bree sent her to do it. All I'm asking you is to stop telling people that Bree sent her to do shit, because that's not what happened.
Okay, so
that's all I'm asking you. I don't want to talk about anything else.
If she didn't condone it, then why did she use the pictures?
Maybe she was getting sick and tired of you guys putting up fucking Instagram pictures of her house.
I didn't have anything to do with the Instagram.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. We saw the screenshots. We saw the screenshots. Also, Amy, you doxed yourself on Reddit, honey, when you did that whole confession.
Okay,
so quit telling everybody that we doxed you. That didn't happen. No.
You said you did.
I thought Facebook wasn't doxing if you used your full name on Facebook.
I didn't say Ryan Lee doxed me.
Yeah, you know, listen, you always have a problem when it's you or your little buddies. It's doxing, and your safety is always the biggest paramount concern. But when it comes to us, I was always anonymous on this app and on Reddit for my own reasons, which I will not share and give you a weapon. Okay, but you had no right to out me either, and yet you did. You had no right to out Crystal, and yet you did. So no, I'm not going to sit up here and feel bad for you because you decided to make a confession on fucking Reddit. And somebody found it. That's too fucking bad, Amy. You fucking made the problem. You get to deal with it.
You still signed my Facebook.
Now, I don't give a fuck.
Didn't you?
You shouldn't have put your full ass confession on Reddit, honey.
And I'm not saying that I didn't do that. However,
you deserve what you get. You get what you deserve.
Okay,
period.
Okay.
Amy, can I ask you something? Somebody wanted me to ask you something in the chat. They said, weren't you making fun of someone who is in recovery and going through liver disease or having liver disease?
Okay, so for one, I never made fun of her for having liver disease. Recovery. What I said was I would never wear socks with slides out in public. That's what I said. That's what I said. And I have the screenshots of all my comments on Instagram, so you can probably go look at them.
We do too, Amy. And yes, you did basically bash somebody in recovery with liver and with rugs, okay? And going after Bree with that as somebody who claims to be a recovery advocate is a little trashy.
Oh, and can I also add that she said she had nothing to do with the Instagram? She was one of the first people to comment on it. One of the first people with resident.
Yeah, but didn't she also she also told us that she apologized to Bree, which we had no idea she did, which was fine. But she also she said she apologized to her, and because she felt bad for accusing her of being on rugs and this and that, whatever. And then she goes back and then accuses her again after she's with Rose.
Yep.
Pink, I don't know how I ended up on your panel again, but I'm that someone, and she's lying, and I have never worn slides with socks in my freaking life. I want to say the F word. I don't know if I can. I had, if you know anything about liver disease, your body doesn't process out fluids and toxins like everybody else's, so it backs up in your body. My feet were really swollen, and I had on those stretchy, like, tennis shoes, those cheap-ass tennis shoes you can get at the dollar store or whatever, because my feet were swollen. They were not slides. I've never worn socks with slides. I just want to make that known. But I'd be the one, and she's lying. Yes, she did. And supposedly she's going through the same thing, which, like, boggles the mind. But you know what? Amy made the mistake of thinking she was going to get clever with me, and I'm just a little more clever. That's the bottom line.
Zach.
You, Pink, you had somebody called Bella Catherine backstage, but I didn't let her up.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Don't let anybody up that we don't know who they are. Please. We don't need any shockers up here.
I don't really know about that. I was just reading it.
Wait, I take that back. No, I do take that back. What I asked her was if she got into Bree's stash. So yeah, I did make fun of her. Yep.
Right. Yeah. So it's you being a hypocrite. Also, I wanted to say that you didn't care.
You should probably work more on your couples counseling, shouldn't you? There.
What's that? What'd you say?
Oh, that pisses me off. Oh, okay. I'm just going to be nice because I'll get banned if I say what I want to say.
Oh, are you going to throw that in there right now? Really, Amy? Let's not speak on that.
Yeah, guys, we're not going to do that. Like, friendship shit that was shared when y'all were friends, that's private information. We're not going to do that here. We do not condone that. Nope.
Yeah. None of that. But we are allowing you to talk about it.
Because she has nothing else. You know why she's doing it? It's because she has nothing else.
That's right.
But guess what, baby? I stand on my own 10 toes, 365 days. Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
No, you're not.
Good job.
You don't have nothing else. You don't have nothing else to go off of, and that's why you would say something like that. And that's perfectly fine. I really don't care. It doesn't bother me.
Cool.
Yeah. But anyways, what I was saying is that you have a problem with, your friends being doxxed, but you had no problem with your own friend being doxxed and then hopping up on Ethan's. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. And so was her relatives. What do you mean? You cared that we invalidated. We didn't invalidate Rez at all. An anonymous troll on the internet. We didn't invalidate her military because definitely disrespect. Are you gonna let her in there? Yes. Oh, definitely disrespect. Oh, definitely disrespect.
Right.
No, we didn't. How do you invalidate something you had no idea about? I have that conversation, a screenshot to Amy. None of us knew about that conversation. You did.
Okay. When you accuse somebody of stolen valor,
no, it's not. No, it's not.
Listen.
No, it's not.
Oh my God! Listen to me. Let me finish what I'm saying. You can't even let me finish what I'm saying.
Well, everything you say is bullshit. That's why.
It's not.
It is.
When you accuse somebody of stolen valor, which you all multiple times to stop, then when you invalidate, when you accuse her of not being in the military and lying about that, then you are 100% invalidating trauma that you went through. And I, for one, am not going to put that trauma out there because it's not my trauma to put out there. That is Rez's.
You had no problem invalidating everybody else's.
If Rez wants to talk about that trauma, she can. And quite frankly, the fact people have been trying to harass her for her identity. Let me finish. Harass her for her identity. People are trying to figure out who Rez is so that they can put her name out there. And you know that that's what would have happened for going on. How would you react if this is constantly going on with you? If somebody into who you are and then saying, well, you're Thea. Well, okay, well, if you're not Thea, then go on panel with Thea. So then Rez goes on panel with Thea. But that's not good enough because Rez wouldn't turn her camera on. That's not good enough because Rez wouldn't turn her camera on. And then you want to accuse Festering of being Belle. And I will tell you.
And you were part of that.
You were a part of that. Well, let me finish. And I have told Rez this. At one time, I thought Rez and Belle were the same person until Belle and Rez were on Bree's panel at the same time. And also until I was in a Discord call with Festering, Rez, and Fancy all at the same time. And guess what? They all spoke at the same time. But also, Rez sounds the same every single time I talk to her that she ever has. And Belle and Rez, 100%, do not even sound alike. If you would.
Okay. What does that have to do with anything? I really don't care because you said no because.
What you're saying is that Rez is acting like this out of control person, but what you have to understand is that Rez has been looked into to intimidate somebody who had zero control over taking a post down. Zero control. Because do you not think, Bree, that when that timer started, and it wasn't even about my house, I knew that my house was going to be posted. I knew that was going to be posted.
But it wasn't.
Okay. I knew that you were going to show how you showed more than one. I knew that you were going to show my houses, and I knew that because I'm the only one that you all knew for sure who was who, right? So I knew that was going to happen, and it wasn't even so much. It's not even so much anymore that places where I lived was shown. It was the unintended consequence of somebody who lived in my house. That the unintended, and that's not your fault. So
what about the people? What about the people who lived in those houses that y'all posted?
Let me finish.
What?
Listen. Let me explain something to you.
He's making it about you.
There's somebody who lived in my house.
I heard the story. I was in here.
Who stayed up for days.
How do you think those people felt?
Listen, watching the front door to make sure nobody.
How do you think those people felt? How do you think those people felt?
Okay, so wait, what? Okay, I'm sorry. If her son has issues like that, why would she even tell him about something like this happening? Like that seems like something you wouldn't want to tell him. Like especially knowing that it wasn't even the right house posted.
She's yelling at us.
She said you're nosy.
I believe that Amy was just telling that story so she could try to get people to sympathize with her. Like, what does that have to do with anything? You doxed Pink first before any of that even happened. So, sorry. Guess it's the consequences of your actions.
Period.
Idea that would happen. I don't even blame anybody for that. That is a byproduct of something that you all had no idea of, and I would like to believe that if you did know, that you wouldn't have done that. That's what I'm going to choose to believe. So I'm not even upset at you all for doing that, for that happening. I would have, if I had any control over who ran the page, if I knew who ran the page, if I had control over getting that page down, in order to protect Pez's sister's story from being told. has his name been?
He told us his story himself.
Let me finish.
Okay, because
Rez's identity may be being exposed, or even Rez's identity being looked into, which was done for hours after. I would have 100% went to the person that ran that page and said, please take it down. I did not know who ran that. I did not know who ran that page.
Okay, can I say something?
Yes.
First of all, you're lying. Second of all, yes, you are lying. I'm sorry, y'all, but she is lying, which frustrates me because she knows exactly who ran that page. Why do y'all think she was one of the first comments on it? She don't know who ran it, but she was one of the first people on it. Like, Amy, if you're going to come up here, like, at least don't lie. Another thing, you're sitting here making this all about the person in your house. Why do you think I did this? You think I just did it for fun? Like, oh, let me just do this for fun. Or intimidation? No, and I set a timer because I could have just posted it. I was giving y'all time to take it down. Instead of just posting, I could have just went up there and posted something, but I didn't. Like, I was setting a timer. That way y'all had time. I was giving y'all an opportunity to take it down. And then at this point, if you had nothing to do with the page, you know who ran it. That's what, pick your friends wisely. Choose your friends wisely. Because let me tell you, if I made a page like that and my friends were doing it to my friends because of me, because I posted something, I posted their houses, guess what? I would take it down. So that is a you problem because you choose those friends. You knew that page was there from the second it was created. Stop acting like you didn't. And stop making this all about you. Your house wasn't even posted. It wasn't yours. Like, you keep making this about you, but forget about the people who whose house was posted. Like, you keep bringing this back to you and your house wasn't yours.
Okay, Bree, I'm going to tell you this again. I did not know who ran that page. I'm finished. Did I comment? I may have been the first person that commented on it. Honestly, I'm finished. I honestly don't know whether I was first person. I was sent.
I saw it, Amy. You're the first one.
Okay, I was sent viewing.
Okay, you're trying to gaslight everybody in this live. I don't want to take over the live. I'm sorry, Waterbug. But you are trying to gaslight this whole panel.
Oh, we're not going to do that gaslight mess.
I mean, she kind of is, though, because I admitted what I did.
I understand, Wildbird. I understand, but I was one of those people in that Instagram, Amy.
Okay, I am not trying to gaslight anybody.
You guys did it
that I knew
first.
something that listen, you guys.
No. Let her talk.
You did it first. I have the screenshots of your comments on those photos. And yes, I was one of those photos. I know you knew about it. You could have had it taken down. And now you want to get up here and gaslight all these people who are from all different sides of the TikTok, are we not? Going, you did it. You're gonna come up here and now you're gonna play victim. Amy, you're not the victim. You need to knock your shit off. And I'm done. Thank you for the time.
It's just annoying because I'm up here and I can admit what I did. And I'll even say that, but I'm all for, like, to me, matching energy is what it's all about, okay? Two wrongs don't make it right. I don't care. But this situation, yes, I don't think two wrongs. I do think it was wrong for me to post the house, even though it wasn't yours. I can admit that. The problem I'm having is that you can't admit anything that you did or that what you were a part of. Like, I shouldn't have done that. Like, do I think that it's totally fine to match energy? Yes, but this was different. This was somebody's home and I shouldn't have posted it. I shouldn't have. Even though it wasn't yours, I shouldn't have. But the problem I'm having, on and continue. I could have figured out your address if I really wanted to, but I don't do that shit. So I didn't. Even though my mother's house was still up, even though Quad's house was still up, even though even though Crystal's house was still up. But you are up here, sitting here acting like you had no idea. Like, stop. If I could sit up here and admit what I did wrong, Why can't you? Just like you can't admit what you did wrong to your friend, Pink. You know, Rez is using you. That's the only, you think the fact that you ever looked into Rez, I'm going to tell you this now. The fact that you ever looked into Rez, you will always be on her radar. Just know she's always got that in the back of her mind. She is friends with you because you told her who Pink was. And I'm telling you this as a human being, caring about people getting screwed over by that person, because Rez is not a good person. She needs help. She really does. But that's the only reason she became friends with you. She used to talk about you all the time. She's only friends with you because you doxed people to, well, let me say it correctly. You told her who people were. And I'm telling you this as a human to human, because guess what? The second she doesn't need you anymore, the second that you even get that slightest inkling that you're going to out her or figure out who she is, she will do the same thing to you. But do what you want. But I'm just saying this as someone who knows from experience. I was friends with her for 8 months. I cared about the girl. She does not care about you.
So I want to say something. I'm not going to get up here. I'm not going to.
Yourself, Ryan?
Huh? What?
I was just asking if you muted yourself on accident just now.
No, my alarm went off.
Oh?
I'm not going to get up here. I'm not going to yell. First of all, I want to say that nobody's houses needs to be put up, whether or not people know people's addresses. I don't think anybody's house should be put up. Not even Amy's. Okay, not even Amy's. And what I'm about to say next is going to make you think that I probably shouldn't have said that. But I'm sitting here listening to all of this, being down in the comments, whatever, and considering the fact that you're going to say, Amy, that you and Raz have not harassed and stalked me for a year when I did not even know who you were until you came into my world, and you came in under your Amy Foot with your name on it, and you harassed me on Reddit. You harassed me everywhere. You made an entire troll account about me. You made an entire YouTube about me. Your friend Rez put out that my husband touched my daughter. You put out that my husband, because he knew a guy 5 years ago, must be a P3DO. You condoned all of that. You condoned the entire Instagram account. You condoned all of that, whether or not your hand was in it or not.
Can you pause it for a second?
You put out a video that I still...
Yes.
In case anybody didn't kind of notice a pattern there, when all else fails, Rez goes to P3DO lies.
Yep.
Weird.
It's rather disturbing.
Still have, so don't even try me about the fact that you basically said that I deserved the abuse from my daughter who went to jail for what she did, that I made her do that, and that I was part of the reason of why she acted that way. Way to invalidate somebody's abuse. You want to talk about invalidating people's abuse? There's a key component about